Welcome back to another edition of the Triple Crown News Minute presented by Kentucky Equine Research. I'm Ray Paulick here with news editor Chelsea Hackbarth. Chelsea, looks like you are at Santa Anita, is that correct?
I wish we were back at the tracks, Ray, but thankfully the horses are running. I'm in Louisville. I just have a fancy computer background here.
Well, this Saturday should be the Belmont Stakes, the final leg of the Triple Crown, but in this unprecedented year, everything is upside down. The Belmont Stakes in a couple of weeks will kick off the Triple Crown. The Derby is in September and the Preakness in October. This Saturday's Santa Anita Derby is still a points race, though, 100 points to the winner.
Ray, do you think the word unprecedented's been overused a bit this year?
It has been used a lot, but how about uncharted territories? Is that better? Is that?
Sure, Ray. Sure. Right. It's a lot better.
So we've got 7 horses going to the post for the Santa Anita Derby. It looks like a 2-horse race on paper, but of course they don't run them on paper. Those 2 horses, the favorite Authentic from the 7 post and Honor A.P, the 6 post, they ran 1-2 in the San Felipe in March. But let's take a look at the whole field. 7-horse field. Rail horse is Friar's Road. The 2 horses, Rushie, both trained by Michael McCarthy. What do you think?
Well, you liked Rushie's win at Oaklawn, but I actually think McCarthy prefers the maiden, Friar's Road, on the inside. He's by Quality Road. He was a $500,000 yearling at the September sale. He hasn't broken his maiden yet, but he's gotten really close. I think he likes him better.
Well, Friar's Road finished second to Shooter's Shoot in a maiden race. Shooter's Shoot is the 3-horse in this race who comes off a win at Oaklawn Park against a horse named Blackberry Wine in an allowance race. Blackberry Wine has been a first across the line, I think, 3 times? And he was disqualified twice for medication violations. So that's a seasoned horse that Shooter's Shoot beat.
And he did it very gamely. It was.
Yeah, he did.
He wasn't going to get beat that day.
All right, the 4-horse Anneau or something like that. I don't speak French. This horse last year, second in the Breeders' Cup Juvenile, came back to run second in the Los Alamitos Futurity for trainer Blaine Wright. Then what happened?
Well, as far as I can tell, he might not have progressed quite as well at 3, but I was talking to or reading an interview that Blaine Wright gave, and the horse didn't break particularly well in either of his 2 starts this year, whereas he did break pretty well in the Breeders' Cup and the Futurity. So maybe that's a big enough difference. Now, I'm not sure if he's been working him out of the gate or if he's been working on that. It looks like his last workout was from the gate at Golden Gate, but you never know until race day. I really want to like this horse. It's a great story. Trainer from Emerald Downs in Washington State and Northern California. Really, really nice guy. I talked to him at the Preakness last year. But I guess, you can only be as fast as you can be.
Yeah, I think he's running out of excuses. He's going to have to show up this time. A notable rider change there from Juan Hernandez, who's the leading rider in Northern California, to Victor Espinosa. So whether that helps him or not, I don't know.
Well,
the 5-horse.
It didn't make a difference for Rosario when he got on him in the Risen Star. So
the 5 is Azul Coast, trained by Bob Baffert. This horse ran a distant second to Authentic in the Sham Stakes earlier this year, then went up to Northern California and won the El Camino Real Derby on Tapeta. This race, of course, is on dirt. I don't give him much of a shot here.
I can't understand why he's in the race, to be totally honest with you.
Well, he's a 3-year-old, and the opportunities are limited. The 6 is Honor A.P, who was second to Authentic in the San Felipe. But coming out of that race, Mike Smith, in an interview, said to Millie Ball of XBTV that he was only 75 or 80% going into the San Felipe because of a foot problem. So he's trained really well since then. Is he going to be good enough to reverse the decision on Authentic?
With an extra 16th of a mile, I like his chances, to be totally honest with you. He's got every right to be better than Authentic at this distance, and especially as the distances get longer and longer as we go on throughout the year. I am not sure why he hasn't shown up the way he did as a 2-year-old quite yet, but I think he's definitely got the right potential.
Yeah, I think he's going in the right direction for sure. And then Authentic, unbeaten in 3 starts, broke his maiden impressively. In the Sham Stakes, he was really green running down the stretch. It was an easy win. But since then, Bob Baffert put earplugs on the horse. I don't know if that was to deal with crowd noise or wind noise or whatever, but there's not going to be any crowd noise on Saturday.
No, it shouldn't bother him this time.
Yeah.
I like the horse, but I do think he's going to end up being a better mile and a 16th type. This mile and an 1/8 might be a little bit outside of his range, and I definitely wouldn't be betting him on the first Saturday in September.
All right. Well, listen, we're gonna make our picks after this message from Kentucky Equine Research. So stay tuned.
Horse feeds and supplements developed by Kentucky Equine Research are research tested and race proven. For over 30 years, top trainers and veterinarians have relied on science, technology, and products from Kentucky Equine Research to fuel top performance from the breeding shed to the sales ring and the track. Look for KER products and learn more at KER.com. Kentucky Equine Research, world leaders in equine nutrition.
All right, Chelsea, moment of truth here. The last time we did this, I think you had the top 3 horses and then Matt win.
And where did yours finish, Ray?
I think the horse that I liked ended up last.
Dead last, yeah.
I think that's the case, isn't it? Thanks for reminding me.
Just clarifying.
So who are you going with here?
Gosh, I would really, really like to pick Anneau d'Or, but that's an emotional decision, not an intelligent decision, probably. I think Honor A.P. beats Authentic this time around, and I like one of the McCarthy horses to round out the try.
All right, I'm not going to go for any crazy long shots. I think it's going to be chalk all the way. Bob Baffert has won the Santa Anita Derby 9 times. He knows how to win this race. He knows how to win a lot of derbies. I see Authentic and Honor A.P. finishing 1, 2, and I'll go with Shoot 3rd. That's not going to pay much even as a cold trifecta, but that's the way I see it. And we will see you next time on the Triple Crown News Minute presented by Kentucky Equine Research.